What you got there?
Yelloweye. Yeah, yelloweye pop.
Ooh,
He's barely hooked.
Loaded.
Barely hooked.
Oh, look at that.
Nice one, Dad.
Ew. That's your first yellow-eyed rockfish, Pop.
Yep.
Boy, awesome fish.
Birdie.
Ocean fishing at its finest. Never know what you're gonna bring up. Beautiful, beautiful fish. Excellent. This guy's a little bit bloated, so we're gonna end up having to keep him. I usually don't like to keep these fish, but this guy's bloated. You can see his stomach coming up in his throat there. He's probably not gonna make it. So we'll keep him from the dinner table. They're great eating. We just try to limit ourselves on how many of these we catch and keep. All right, partner. Thank you very much. Hello, folks, and welcome to the Angler's Experience. Today, my dad and I traveled to Vancouver Island in search of bottom fish. And I tell you what, folks, this is the funnest form of fishing you can do out in the ocean because the fish are plentiful and they're big and they fight hard and they also taste great. So you folks sit back and watch Dad and I out on the salt. So if I fish all out there, Mick?
Yeah.
That is an absolute beast. 35 pounds or so. It's a big, big fish. What a beauty. We're going to put this fish back.
Yeah. That is awesome.
The Angler's Experience is proudly sponsored by Crestliner, leader by innovation. Tobler Marina, your one-stop boat shop. Oxart, your single-source supplier. Lincoln Electric, the welding experts. Easy Loader, all boat trailers are not created equal. And Honda Marine, it's all about power.
Quill. What is hanging out of his, holy Toledo? What is that? Folks, I don't know what he was trying to eat, but it's something pretty bizarre. Quillback rockfish. All right, buddy, go back to your weird meals. Another nice one right there. With these black sea bass like this, you don't actually have to go all the way to the bottom. These guys will live right on the surface, down maybe 20 feet or so. That's some of your most productive fishing. It's up there shallow. Nice one right there. All right, partner. Sea bass are schooling up here. You can actually see them up on the surface, cruising around, going through the herring balls. There he is, he got it. Cast it right out there to him. Boy, that one's mean too. He's running like mad. That's a dark one you got there, Dad.
Yeah, you could pick it up.
Nice sea bass. All right, bud, let's get you back in there. When you come out bottom fishing like we're doing here today, bait selection is not a hugely important thing. What you got to keep in mind, these fish will eat anything that moves by them. But I do have a few favorites. One of them here is a crippled herring in a 3 ounce, and I'll run them in a blue and green, just like this guy right here. Stinger jigs are also great in a chrome pattern. I like to get as much chrome on my bait as I can just to give some flash off. They really seem to prefer that. But just a stinger right there. And then my all-time favorite is this guy right here. It's a Deadly Dick. It's got the flash tape on it front and back. And this guy works excellent for the sea bass and the quillbacks. Just a great bait for jigging. Now, if you're looking to get into the yellow-eyed rockfish, what we'll do is they tend to live a little bit deeper. If you think in terms of where these fish are living, when you get up on top of these reefs, and we're fishing reefs that are anywhere, the top of the reef is 30 to 50 feet down, what you'll find a lot of times, the sea bass will be right on the surface down 10 or 15 feet. Your quillbacks will be right down on top of the reef. And then as you come off of the reef and start to head down into the deeper water, 150 to 300 feet, that's where you're going to pick your yellow-eyed rockfish at. And what we like to do for the yellow eyes is we'll just use our halibut and lingcod jig right here. And this is an 8 ounce lead head jig with an 8-inch Berkeley power grub. And we just simply bounce this back down the face of that reef as we're drifting over the top of it. And if you're looking to catch the yellow-eyed, this is a bait that'll work great for you when you get into that deeper water.
Sea bass.
Oh, big sea bass. You got any, Dad? Can you get it?
Yeah.
Nice sea bass. Ah. Keep my balance here. Ah.
We need this log for the fire today.
Oh.
Chair's right behind you if you want to sit.
Okay, there's color. Right there. I don't know what it is. I can see color. I can't tell if it's a halibut or what. What is it? Is it a halie? Oh, it's a halibut. Nice little halibut. Whoop my butt.
Broke the net.
Yes, broke the net. Excellent. Nice fish. All right, buddy. Here, one for the ice box. Excellent.
Want the head shake?
Huh?
Want the head shake a little bit. I don't think he's that big though. I think he's just coming up out of deep water.
Getting him whooped, Pop?
Huh?
Getting him whooped?
Slowly but surely.
Oh, there's color. I see color down there. Oh, it's a yellow-eyed rockfish. A big yellow eye. Look at that. Yellow-eyed rockfish. Right there. Nice. Ah, that is a beautiful fish right there. Pretty, pretty fish. All right, that's a surprise catch.
Yeah.
Perfect. All right, buddy. You're gonna go to the dinner table. These guys are excellent eating. This is a small one here. I won't keep the big ones, but I'll keep the small ones like this. These guys are extremely slow growing, and we like to preserve them if we can. What do you got, man?
I don't know. I haven't got there yet. Have not got there yet.
Mine felt big, but he's giving up pretty easy now. Yeah. I don't know what I got. They still fight you pretty good, ain't he, Pop?
Linger.
What do you got? Linger.
Gill plate.
I got a China rock here. Let's see if I can pull this off. Hold on to that.
Got it.
Let's see this little guy here. Little guy.
Much teeth.
We're gonna get him back in the water. He's a little guy. All right, buddy. Thank you. Right there.
Pretty little fish.
Yeah, pretty little fish. Beautiful color. Little small China rockfish. All right, buddy. There you go. Excellent. There, buddy. There's one right there.
Got one on?
Yep.
So do I.
Oh, come on. Folks, I want to show you something when you get these black sea bass like this. We'll just go down here just below the swivel. I can see the bait down there hopping around. When you get into these fish, there's one right there, real heavy like that. That thing's not more than 10 feet underneath the boat. These black sea bass are just a kick in the pants on this lightweight gear like we're using here today. A lot of people make the mistake when they go bottom fishing. They bring real heavy gear, and you can catch big fish in the ocean, but if you want to catch sea bass and rock bass like we're doing here today, rockfish, sea bass and rockfish, what you want to do, use lightweight tackle and just make it fun. I mean, these fish are 3 and 4 pounds, some of them going all the way up to 7 pounds. And they're just a kick in the pants. All I'm using is the bass gear I brought from home. My Fenwick flipping stick, 7'6". I got her spooled up with some heavy 20-pound test spider wire steel. And man, I tell you what, it is a blast. You got that thing in you, bud. Get the pliers here. These guys are a kick in the pants. There you go. Quillback rockfish, black sea bass. Awesome. Beautiful fish. Let's get this one back in the water. See you later, buddy. All right. See if we can't do it again. All right, buddy. Oh yeah, they're a nice chubby bass. Beautiful black sea bass. Boy, something got his tail. Something tried eating him. See it back there in the back?
Yeah.
Something big tried to get you, didn't he, partner? All right, my friend. I want to take a second here and talk to you about handling these fish. And folks, we're catching a lot of fish. The sea bass, you can catch 150, 200 of them in a day easily when you get on top of a school. And what I see happening a lot, people look at these rockfish and they see all the spines and they look real mean and nasty. And what they do when they catch them is they grab the hook with a pair of pliers and they just shake the tar out of it until that fish just tears apart and comes off. And what you want to do, give the fish a little bit of respect. You know, we're going up there, we're not going up there to catch our limit every single day. We're letting a lot of fish go back. We keep a partial limit. You know, the ocean is a renewable resource, but we got to take care of it. And what you got to keep in mind, when you're catching any of these rockfish, they don't have big aggressive teeth in their mouth. What we do is we pick them up and we just lip them like a sea bass, hang on to them, and just take the hook out like you would a smallmouth or a walleye or anything like that. Don't just grab it because they're big and ugly and shake them to death and try to tear that hook out, because what you're going to do, you're going to break their jaw, they're going to go back into the ocean, and they're going to die. So when you're releasing the fish, just take care of them, lip them like a bass. I promise you won't get hurt. Just don't do it with the ling cod, but just lip them like a bass, take that hook out, set them back in the water. Just give them a little bit of respect. Pretty stout head shakes, Dad. Oh yeah. I think that's a pretty good one, Dad. From the looks of it. His head shaking pretty strong.
I got a ways to go, man.
That's good. It's a pretty good fish, I think.
Oh, there's a swivel.
I got you.
There he is.
Oh no, it's a big Cabazon. Look at that. Lift him up a little higher, Dad.
I'm trying.
It's a big cabby. Look at the size of that Cabazon. Holy Toledo. That, my friends, is a big cabby. Oh, man. Oh. The size of that Cabazon right there. Folks, this is called a Cabazon, and they look a lot like a lingcod, but they're actually a big sculpin. You can see the big fins he's got. They're very hard to hang on to. Dad, why don't you give me the boa grip?
Okay,
Right here,
it's right there.
Right here. See if I can hang on to this one. There you got. You do not want to get your. You don't want to get your hands in their mouth because they will crush your fingers. Inside of their mouth, it's very, very blue. That's just the color that they are inside, but their head is made to crush shells. And their tongue, you can hear them scratching. See if I can. I'm going to pull my mic out here and you can hear him scratching his teeth. Oh, he's not doing it now. I think he'll do it. Hear him grinding his teeth in there? He's grinding his teeth in his throat. But it's a big sculpin. It's just made to crush things. Look at that face. It's a face only a mother could love right there. That is a beautiful fish. We're going to let this guy go.
What's he weigh?
See what he weighs right here. We got him on the scale. That is a 13.5-pound Cabazon. That is a big Cabazon. Alright, let's flip this guy back in here. We don't want to hurt him. They're very good to eat, but he's going to get to live another day today. There he goes, boom, straight down, like a big sub. Right on. Good job, Dad. Alright. Good
Yeah.
fish. That right there, folks, is a yellowtail rockfish. You can see the yellow on his fins. That's what distinguishes him as a yellowtail versus, say, like a black dusky rockfish or a black sea bass. That's a pretty big one for that species of fish. Usually when you catch these guys, they're, you know, a pound, maybe 2 pounds. That fish there is probably about 4, 4.5. That's a pretty good size yellowtail rockfish. Big eye on him. All right, buddy. Slide you back. Ooh. Going there?
No.
Ooh, that's right. Ooh. Ah, that's head taken now. 177 feet. Oh, it's a big yellow-eyed rockfish, guys. Look at here. Look at that. Look at that yellow eye. Holy smokes, Dad.
Ooh, I see it. I see it. Pretty.
Oh, man. That might be my personal best yellow-eyed rockfish right there, guys. Look at the size of that fish. Holy man alive, that's a beauty.
Beautiful.
That fish right there, folks, is probably pushing 75, 80 years old. These fish are endangered. You gotta take care of them because they're so old. I'm actually gonna turn this fish back, and I wanna get a few still pictures of it for the website, get a weight on it, and then we'll slip her back in the water. All right, let's get this guy back in the water here. Well, folks, I hope you've enjoyed the show today, bottom fishing. I tell you what, it's probably the funnest form of fishing you're ever gonna do. If you're interested in doing this, the thing I suggest is to go out with the charter first, get a lay of the land, find out where to go, and you always want to make sure that you're safety conscious when you're out on the water because storms can come up, and if you're not familiar with the ocean and the territory you're in, you can get in trouble. So, as always, I want to thank you for watching, and I look forward to seeing you next week.
For a list of today's gear and techniques, log on to axfishing.com and select AX Journals.